Today, News Channel 7's Erica Rayco showed Littleton that video for the first time and has her reaction. Erica?
Donna, Ginger says there is no way to describe her emotions through all of this other than she thought she was going to die. She tells me her thought process throughout this whole thing, as she approached that door, once the gunman had came in and said, you know, you may leave, she said she got to that door and something made her turn around. She said if she didn't turn around and try to do something and the worst happened inside that room, she would not be able to live with herself for the rest of her life. So she says she didn't want to live with that guilt. She tried to do something, and boy, did she do something. And now Ginger and her purse are making headlines worldwide.
I did have a plan A, which was to whack him with my purse, but I didn't have a plan B. And just, I don't know why he didn't kill me at that moment. I really don't.
When Clay Duke pulled out a gun and ordered the room cleared of everyone but the 6 men behind the bench Tuesday afternoon,
You may leave, you may leave.
Ginger Littleton complied, but then she thought again.
I went towards the door, and then something said, turn back around, just let's check things out. And at that point, I realized that he had moved up onto the dais, standing there, looking down at the seated board members on their level, and had the gun down to his side on the right-hand side. And at that moment, it was, I need to do something. Was it rational? I don't think so.
Not knowing what might happen, she did know her colleagues were in great peril.
My guys were lined up like ducks in a pond, and so I could either walk away and try to live with myself because I knew something bad was going to happen, or I could try to defend, delay, somehow or other divert, hoping that the cavalry would come soon.
So she turned to her purse.
My guys had 3-ring binders and pencils to protect themselves, so I whacked him with the purse, hoping I could get him to drop the gun. Obviously, that didn't work.
In seconds, Duke threw Littleton to the ground.
After he called me a name, which I probably deserved at that point, he said, get out of here. And while I may be a slightly slow learner, I did think that was very good advice, and I took it.
But now it's not just the person, but also the purse in the national and international spotlight.
Right now, it's probably one of the more famous handbags in Panama City. But it served the purpose. I just wish that I'd left a brick or the kitchen sink in it.
And isn't that the truth? Ginger says when she got home, her 3 daughters looked at her and said, Mom, what were you thinking? She says she still doesn't know the answer to that question. All she does know is that if she had walked out that door without turning around and trying to do something, and the worst happened, she'd be living with some hefty guilt. Donna?